Hey guys, Ethan here from Extreme RC 4x4. I'm not sure how the videos are going to come out in order, but today I'm going to try and build this Element Enduro transmission, at least most of it, to fit in my Blazer build here. So if you haven't seen this yet, it'll be coming soon, and if it already is out, make sure to follow along with the build. It's just on my custom chassis with CR12 axles and links. But hopefully I can run some overdrive in this and get some better steering out of it, and maybe it'll climb hills a little better. We'll see. But hopefully it will bolt in without an issue. I do know that I'm going to have to make my own motor plate for it, most likely. But that should be no problem with the tools I've got on hand. So let's get straight into it. I'm just going to move some of this crap out of the way first. Let's go ahead and get right into this. I can already tell from the case that this transmission is much thicker than an AX10 transmission. I hope you guys don't mind the sound of the printer working away in the background. I'm just trying to get some stuff done on this. So this one is going to be getting the 54 tooth gear in this configuration for the most aggressive, and it looks like for hardware we're using 2.5 by 10 millimeters. This is my handy new Milwaukee driver. I'll hopefully be doing a video on this soon, but it is going to be replacing my other driver that I use around here, and I really like this one a lot, so it should make for a good review video. Get everything started in here first. Okay, so they all look tight to me. Now we can go ahead and get started on this next output right here, the smaller one. 2.5 by 14, so these are going to be the longer screws. So for this we need the 52 tooth gear. Alright, we'll set this one aside. And I need a 10 by 15 by 4 bearing. Let's see what that looks like. Like these bearings just set inside of this gear here, just like that. I think I'm gonna get my grease out and we can start greasing this stuff up. So I'm just gonna lay a little bit of grease on the inside of this gear. Put our plastic spacer in the center, and then it gets a bearing on each side. Just like that. They all slide in really easily. And a little dab of grease on the inside of this where the bearing should ride. Set this guy on here, line everything up. Perfect. Now looks like that is everything, so we can go ahead and screw it all together. Okay, so with this guy done, now it looks like we can join them together. So this guy will get some grease on it. End there. And then these should just slide right together. Let me remember which is which. Okay. and you want to push them all the way together. Next up to do, we have this shaft here, and let's note this 26 and 28. Alright, this is a 26, this is 27, that goes with this guy, and then 28. Okay, put a little bit of grease in these holes just to help hold the pins in while we work on this. Then we'll put these little pins in here. Then with the pins installed, we can put the gears on. Doesn't matter which goes which. I think the shaft is identical in either direction. Just gonna put a little bit coating over this shaft so that it's not vibrating on here. Completely dry. I don't know that it would really make a difference, but might as well. Now the other side goes on just like that. Okay, now it wants us to mess with the housings here, so go ahead and be using this shaft here and a 5x10 bearing. That's this guy here. A little bit of grease on that. Install our bearing. And then I'm gonna put some grease on this bearing because it is going right into the plastic housing. Nothing too extreme, and I'll go ahead and set this right on there. Alright, so that slid in no problem. Now, I want to put the I want to put the 28 tooth gear, whichever one of this is the 28 tooth, so that's going to go in here, something like that. Another 5x10 bearing, all greased up again. Okay. Everything still seems to be moving okay, so hopefully that means I have it all meshed correctly. Be careful you don't put too small of, don't put like the 26 in contact with this, because then the teeth probably wouldn't completely mesh together and then you might end up stripping some gears, which would be bad. Now I need to put this one in there. That's gonna get a big bearing. Grease this guy up. Okay, now, as we can see, got a big gap here that's happening. Let's see. Alright, here we are now with some gentle persuasion, I was able to get them pressed together completely. Gentle persuasion. I guess it all comes with the complexity of the transmission, the amount of things that you could run into. But now let's see, 28 should be on the outside. Everything should mesh together properly, just like that. Awesome. Now, let's see if it'll work for us. Alright, excellent. Looks like it's gonna work. Everything's built like it should be. Torque spec. Now I have some long screws we can put through there. 28 millimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Looks like these go in from the back side. So, switch bits. And I turn the torque spec back down. Alright, so all that's tightened down. Now let's make sure it still spins freely. Of course, do take in mind that it has to get all the grease settled to where it will end up. But feels good to me. We'll go ahead and finish this guy up here. And the next step for us is to throw this motor plate on here. Just like that. With the countersunk screws. Just get this aligned correctly. Just get that guy started. Then we can set it on here, just like that. Alright guys, so I got this motor mount plate installed on here, and after this it's pretty simple. We're going to take one of these little pieces, make sure you have trimmed off the little parts tree extra that comes on here, and this is just going to slip right onto the shaft. Then we can put our spur gear on, make sure that's mating up correctly. And then same for this guy. Spin it on here. Then we can put on our lock nut. I didn't see any washers in here or anything slide on there, so I'm just assuming we just put it straight on there. That's what it looks like in the manual too, so go ahead and screw these guys on. And now, got this guy here. This is our spur gear cover. We can just set right on top of here. And then the last two screws, take those guys and install it right this way. Make sure you're not cross-threading anything. And just like that, this is your completely assembled Element Enduro transmission. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Maybe this would help some of you guys out. I'm just building this for, as I said earlier, a custom project. So, anyways guys, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.